But in a defining third quarter, the Spurs led 78-59 with 4 minutes left. Denver finished on a 55-27 run, and the rest was history. Kind of a must-win game for both teams. Both come in 3-4 on the season, both off byes and both off losses. Well, in the Titans' case, off 3 straight losses. Yeah, Hector, Jill, the Spurs don't actually need to worry about going up 2-0. In fact, Greg Popovich said today they won game 1, so they won the series. Now, that was all in jest, of course. He continued to joke and say, all right, all you media guys, go run with that and say that that's the narrative. Rick Carlisle talked about the frustrations of his young rookie. We'll have plenty more from both the Mavs and the Spurs locker room, but there you see his desire to get better.
Well, the Spurs continue to be a team that is just tough to figure out. Kind of like a Sudoku puzzle worth of confusion. Sometimes you know what they're doing, sometimes you don't. They can beat the Rockets, they can beat the Bucks at home, yet lose to the Cavaliers and lose to the Hawks at home. And then today, pull off a win over the second best team in the East. Here's how it went down at the AT&T Center. Spurs hosting the Heat. They just played them a couple of nights ago. All hugs, all smiles, I guess. Jimmy Butler, a smile for once. In the first, DeMar DeRozan, nice lob. LaMarcus Aldridge throws it down in the paint with the stuff. Now in the second quarter, little Derek White over to Patty Mills. Action behind the arc, 3, tied up at 34. Spurs had that momentum. Trey Lyles, pump fake. Look at the moves. He's got speed. Throwing it down, Spurs led by 6. Miami, though, closes the first half strong. Jimmy Butler in the paint. Spurs led at the break into the third. Butler, the steal, goes through, just gets it over the top. Tied again at 69, but DeRozan and Aldridge going to work. Look at the pass. Look at the finish. Aldridge, the easy dunk. Miami not going away. Bam, Adebayo before the shot clock runs out. Derrick Jones flies in with that dunk. But late in the game, it's the Spurs pulling away. DeRozan to Bellinelli, and that might just be the dagger. Spurs take the win, 107-102. How about some college basketball action? Roadrunners blew a 24-point lead to UTEP on Wednesday. Came out strong looking for revenge. Javon Jackson crosses over into the paint, rises and hits the jumper. Game high, 23 points. All about the guards in this one. Atem Bior into the corner, knocks down the jumper. Bior had 11 in the first half, career high 13 in the game. Then more. A little Atem Bior has space. Jab step, sizes up, and connects from the free throw line. UTSA led by as many as 17 in the first half. And it was Keaton Wallace getting involved. Flies by the defense, a little shake in the finish at the rim, but UTSA brought the house down with this play. Jacob Germany gets the rebound. He's going to run the court and gets rewarded. Javon Jackson sees it, throws it to him, and Germany throws it down from above the rim. UTSA wins 86-70.
We played some great basketball for 20, 25 minutes the other night and left UTEP without a win. So was glad our guys bounced back the way they did, had 2 good days of preparation. Weren't real long practices, but we worked real hard on keeping our legs fresh and making a few adjustments, and came out and reestablished in the first half what we did the first half on Wednesday.
Well, the high school level, Holmes facing Stevens, loaded District 28 6A. Stevens with some ball movement early. This was a great matchup. Taylor Birmingham at the elbow, mid-range, knocks it through for the Falcons. Then it's Lene Wheaton. Little jab step. I think we got faked out over here. Puts up the 3. Holmes is up by 9. They're having a terrific season. And then off the rebound, Alyssa Martinez scoops it back up and in. Holmes starting to pull away, but Samaje Adams for the Falcons nails a 3 from behind the arc. Cut into the lead, just was not enough. The Huskies win it 63-47. They're now 20-4, 9-2 in district play. And more from a loaded District 28, O'Connor and Warren. Warriors, little drive and kick action early on. That is future Acevedo, the past, present, and future converging on that 3 in the corner. But then all O'Connor. Carly Wenzel, so smooth, stop and pop, nothing but net. O'Connor having a terrific season, and Errol Slaw would keep it going. Trapped in the corner, no issue, gets it right back. It's a pump fake going in, and Carly Wenzel continues to go to work for O'Connor, right to the basket through traffic. The Panthers go on to win 68-49. They're rolling on a 4-game win streak. UTSA senior Balin Baker is the oldest of 3 boys. Now, you can imagine a childhood filled with the general roughhousing and all that sort that siblings do. But one thing was necessary to explain to Balin and his brother Brody. Their younger brother, Bryson, has Down syndrome. Now, it has helped Balin and his entire family keep football in proper perspective as they spread awareness and understanding of Down syndrome, all while bonding over a shared love of football and family.
When you get a diagnosis of Down syndrome and you're not expecting that, you have a lot of worries that come along with that. And so one of the true worries for me was, how are my other two sons going to deal with that, and how are they going to accept that?
Me and my brother, we were in a bath together, and she comes in with this book. I mean, I didn't understand it at the time. I was 9. She goes, "Your little brother's going to have Down syndrome." Well, me, like, I've always grown up like a little comic book nerd, so watching The Incredibles, the bad guys there, his name is Syndrome. So I was like, what? He's going to have superpowers?
Balin Baker's family is sports crazed and close-knit, like most families. But the Bakers' youngest family member, Bryson, has allowed them to bond with families all over the state and the country.
My mom and my dad and my whole family, we've been able to touch like so many people's lives, I feel like, through this Upside Down Club that we started in Abilene, and my mom's in charge of it and everything. And we've just been able to meet so many families with the same people that we have, like Bryson, and like we just get to do so many things with them and help so many people.
And we just started reaching out to other families, and we put together, we called it the Upside Down Club, the upside of Down syndrome. And so we became a nonprofit, and we started looking into the National Down Syndrome Society. They do buddy walks across the nation, and it's just a fun day to bring families together where you can, hang out and play games and recognize those people in the community that have Down syndrome. And let other people in the community know that it's not a big deal.
The Bakers also have one more thing in common with families who have a child with Down syndrome: a tattoo.
It's called the Lucky Few tattoo. And what it represents is Down syndrome, because so how you get Down syndrome is you have 23 pairs of chromosomes in your body that make up everything, like your hair color, just everything about you. And how you get Down syndrome is you get actually an extra chromosome on your 21st pair. So my tattoo, and my whole family has it. The 3 arrows represent the 3 chromosomes, and then the 21 represents 21, like for the 21st pair of chromosomes.
An arrow can't go forward until it's pulled back. And so when you raise a child, and especially a child with Down syndrome, sometimes you're pulled, and you're pulled really hard, and you think you're gonna break, but you don't, and you launch forward like an arrow.
And Bryson is just like everyone else in his family, a huge sports fan, especially when it comes to football.
He was probably like 5, and we were watching the Olympics, and it's like the diving competition's on, and we're just sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden Bryson gets on the coffee table and just tries to dive onto the living room floor. We were like, no, but he's just always been drawn to sports.
Football has kind of been the love, I guess you could say, of the family, and so that's his love too. That's all he's known, and so he's had to kind of keep up with the big brothers, and so that's what he does, is sports.
You don't realize how many people you're touching just by playing a game, like just like my brother. Like, you have no idea how passionate he is of like the sport, and like just people that don't get to play it, you don't realize how much of an impact you have